What's up YouTube, Ace Poker back here for another video. I was in the Bahamas for the last couple days, so I'm going to put up some clips. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Took some videos to show you guys. Just landed a few hours ago and I'm already on the road to go play some poker, another private game session. Hopefully you guys enjoy, appreciate the grind. Let's get another win in the win column. We won pretty big last session, so if you guys haven't seen that, check it out. But let's get right into some cards and let's win big. A little upsetting to make that, as I wish I was still there. Obviously it was so beautiful. Definitely check it out if you guys have never been. But let's get right into some cards. Buying in for $600. Let's run it up. Alright, for the first hand, we look down at Ace-Jack offsuit in under the gun +1. There's a straddle on to 15. We bump it up to $40 and two players decide to make the call. So let's see if we can smash the first flop, and we do not. It comes 7, 9, 10, and interestingly enough, the big blind just leads right out for a massive chunk of $75 or $80. I don't remember the exact amount. I fold, and then the other player just goes all in. The big blind winds up snap folding Jack 10, so we had him crushed, but he flopped top pair, and the other player shows that he flopped this set of pocket nines. Alright, super interesting hand to start the day, and hopefully it's not indicative of us just getting crapped on the whole day. Alright, we get to the recording late here, but Under the Gun opens it up to $50. Yes, $50. I decide to re-raise to $200 with Ace-Queen offsuit. Definitely could find a fold here, but that's too nitty. Like I said, this guy's a little bit crazy. He just called $50 with Jack 10 offsuit. Definitely want to get in here. Folds back to him, and he goes all in for $250 total, so it's $50 more to me. I make the call. He says, how many times you want to run it? I just have ace high, and I said, me too. I don't really care. So I think maybe he has ace king, but he flips over ace 10 offsuit in my same exact suits. So we have him dominated, like absolutely dominated. He can only hit a 10 and a 10 only unless he hits a straight. So I say however many times you want to run it, and he picks 3 times. So we're off to 3 boards against a hand we have completely dominated. Let's win. The first board, queen high, we're good. The second board, 10 high. Oh my goodness. Now we have a chance to actually lose money here if he wins the third run out. The third run out comes, it's a chop. We dead chop a pot against an opponent who we have absolutely crushed. He only had a 23% chance to win. I wonder what the percentages of a dead chop on 3 boards would be, but I don't know. That's poker. We just got to shake it off and go on to the next hand. Honestly, if I was in a casino, one time, but here it's a home game, friendly, not trying to make any enemies. So however many times my opponents want to run it, that's what I'll do. If it was one time, we would have made $250, but it's all right, and we're on to the next. In this next hand, we look down at Jack 10 of diamonds in under the gun +1, decided to raise it up to $30 after under the gun limps. The cutoff decides to make the call for $30, and under the gun limp calls 30 as well. So we're going 3 ways to a board of Jack 10 3 rainbow. Boom, we smash this board. The under the gun player checks. We don't want to just check here, we want to keep the pressure on. Ton of hands that can still call. We decide to c-bet for $40. The cutoff makes the call for $40, and now under the gun makes the call for $40. I have no idea what these players can have. Obviously 8, 9, king, queen, maybe a weak jack. I don't know. Let's see if we can get there on the turn, maybe make a full house. Just need to dodge some cards. Don't want to see a 9, a queen, anything like that. We see the 3 of hearts. Oh my goodness, that is actually the worst card in the deck. We are counterfeit. Don't think my opponents have better hands like that to counterfeit us anyways, but if they both have straight draws, still doesn't change anything, but I don't know, overall not a good card. Now I decide to bet for $50, and the cutoff goes all in for $250 total. Oh my goodness. If she has a random 3, this is gross. If somehow she's beating me now off a counterfeit, this is gross. I just can't fold here. She still could be overplaying a straight draw. a weaker jack, who knows. I decide to make the call, and she flips over pocket kings. Yes, she smooth called pocket kings pre-flop and on the flop and just hit one of 5 outs. She could have only hit a 3 or a king because any jack or 10 gives us a full house. She binks the 3, gets the double up, and we are down early. Tilted and annoyed, it's time to rebuy, but the very next hand, we look down at 7-8 suited and decide to just jam it in, $140, looking to maybe climb back this way instead of a rebuy, and we get called. We flip over 7-8, and our opponent has 10-8 offsuit. Yep, that's what game we're in. Hopefully we can suck out. Same opponent from the ace-queen hand. Hopefully we can win this time, and does it surprise you? We do not. We do not suck out, so time to rebuy and get a fresh start. First hand back, we look down at 7-8 again, this time of clubs. Hopefully some redemption this time. We flop a pair on jack 5-7 with 2 diamonds. Everyone checks. Now we turn a gutter, so we're looking for a 5. One player bets 25, and then 2 players ahead of me call $25. So I say, you know what, we're getting the right price. We've got some outs here. We can hit 2 pair, trips, a gutter. I call $25, and we bink trips. The action checks to me, though, unfortunately. I was hoping somebody would bet we could raise, but I decided to go big, make it look like I missed diamonds, make it look like I missed a straight. I don't know, I bet $150 basically into roughly $160, $175, praying to get a crying call out of a jack, a 6, something, I don't know. Definitely just want to get paid. We can be halfway back to even if somebody decides to make the call here. The action starts folding around and nobody calls. The guy to my right said, you know, if I wasn't getting killed, I definitely would have called you. I just had a 6 and I was like, oh my goodness. But it's alright, we win back about $100 here, so hopefully things can keep going in the right direction. We proceed to pretty much give that 100 back when we miss pocket 8s and miss pocket 7s. Just can't seem to connect or make a big hand today. We made 1 and it got counterfeit. Hopefully things can turn around. I see an awesome opportunity to steal some dead money. There is a $10 straddle on and 3 players just limp $10, so it doesn't appear anybody has a strong hand, and we peel king jack offsuit. Not the best hand to raise, and honestly I'm gonna fold this from a lot of positions, but on the button, 3 limps, I think it's a great shot to take down some dead money. I raise it up big to $60, and our plan is completely foiled when 3 players call $60. Yeah, 2 of them limp called $60, one of them was in the $10 straddle. Let's see if we can hit something big and win a massive pot here. The flop comes ace 5-3 with 2 spades. I'm not even holding 1 spade. It checks to me though, and instead of c-betting here, I think I'm definitely going to lose a lot of money if I'm going to decide to triple barrel bluff here. I decide to check back, maybe hit something on the turn. The turn now comes a 10 of clubs, improving us to a gutter. Hopefully, you know, maybe we can see a queen on the river. The action checks to me again, and I do think that I can credibly c-bet here, as I definitely would check the flop with ace king, ace queen, something of that nature. But again, for some reason, I decided to check back here. Didn't want to get myself into a big mess. Hopefully we can see a queen, and nope, it comes the 7 of diamonds. The action checks around to the cutoff, who decides to bet on the somewhat smaller side of $70. For a moment, I think about just jamming all in here, as nobody should have any type of strong hand here, but it definitely could be credible that he just rivered a set of 7s, and some things are going through my mind. Like I said, I'm thinking about jamming until the player to my right decides to raise to $200. I didn't even get it on camera. He just announced it before he put the chips out there. So that foils that plan, and maybe I saved myself some money. Who knows, but we're on to the next hand. Don't like how I played this at all, and it appears the player to my right actually may have rivered the set of 7s. So who knows, definitely not the best play there. Thought I could take down some dead money. Let me know what you guys think. This was one of the most brutal sessions I've ever played. I was so card dead looking at this crap all night. It was so frustrating. So an interesting dynamic in today's game is every orbit we were playing one hand of pot limit Omaha. If you guys don't know what pot limit Omaha is, you could play it with 4 cards, 5 cards, 6 cards. It's the same concepts of poker, you know, straights, flushes, pairs, 2 pairs, all that good stuff. You have 4 cards. You can only use 2 in your hand and 3 on the board. So there are no 1-card flushes, no 1-card straights, no 1-card full houses, nothing like that. And we peel queen, queen, 10-10, single suited. Pretty good hand. I wasn't getting any hands to start the day, so I didn't film any of those, but we have a good hand here. I raise it up to $20 and 2 players make the call. We see an absolutely horrendous board in King 7 Deuce Rainbow. Honestly, horrible, like just horrible. One of the players decides to lead out for $30, and I decide to make the call, looking to bink a queen or 10 and have a super hidden set here. But the turn comes a 5, not even our flush draw, so when he bets again, we're just going to have to fold. And let me know if you guys want to see some pot limit Omaha content. Maybe one day I'll go and film a whole session. I love Omaha. The action is awesome. It's a super fun game. If you guys don't know, definitely look it up or join my Discord. Ask me any questions. I'd be happy to answer. Hopefully in the future I can drop some fun hands in the vlog. Alright, now we pick up ace queen again. Let's see if we can win with this one. We're in middle position. We raise it up to $30. 3 players call $30, and then the big blind goes all in for $400. This is disgusting. But let's think about this for a second. Is he doing this with aces, kings, queens? I don't think so. That leaves jacks, 10s, 9s, 8s, maybe ace king, but obviously we have a blocker to that. So if he's got 10s or jacks, this is a flip. So I think about this for a long time. I'm down on the night. The night has been going horrendous for me. I kind of want to flip for this, but then I think back to myself, why would I risk my whole stack for at best a flip? I decided to frustratingly fold, and painfully I asked the dealer to run the board out, and it comes queen high. Super frustrating, and we most likely would have won that one unless he did have aces, kings, or queens. Very frustrating so far, and let's see if we can pick it up in the last couple hands. Splash pot time. Let's see the flop, the turn, the river. We have 2 pair with queen 6 offsuit. Let's go. We flip it over. It's the winner. We win about 150 here. Let's go. Alright, let's try to keep this uptick going as we pick up ace king suited, a beautiful hand in under the gun +1. There's a $15 straddle on, so I open it up to $55, a bit big, but as you see, players are calling a lot, and just the cutoff decides to call $55 and everyone else folds. So let's see if we can keep the uptick going and keep going in the right direction and flop a big hand here. And we see a really good flop in 9-2-3 with 2 clubs, and this is a good flop for 2 reasons. 1, obviously we have the nut flush draw, but 2, what good hands are my opponent going to have here besides pocket 9s exactly? So by applying some pressure, we should be able to get him to fold, and if he calls, we'll fall back on the flush draw. But when we bet $100, he snap folds. So good result here, and we're on to the next hand. The theme of the night continues as we call some raises with some pretty good PLO hands. I'm trying to get in there to make some good PLO content, but we don't flop anything. Let's see if we can end the night on the right note. Let's go out with a bang here as this final hand is a crazy one. So stay tuned for the action here. Just like the ace king hand, there's a $10 straddle on, and I'm under the gun +1 and raise it up to $35. We get not 1, not 2, but 3 callers. This has just been the theme of the night. Every single time I raise, besides one time, it's been going 3, 4, 5 ways to a flop. This is insane. So we're headed 4 ways to a flop here, looking to see a good one, and we do. We flop top pair as there's 2 diamonds out there. We have a marginal top pair, so we have to proceed with caution, but nothing else to do here besides c-bet. So I c-bet for $50, and 2 of the 3 players decide to call the $50. I have no idea what these players have. At least one of these people have to have a diamond flush draw. I have no idea if somebody else has a straight draw, a better ace, maybe a speculative second pair, maybe a middling pocket pair. But let's see what the turn brings, and it looks pretty clean to me, but it does bring a second flush draw out there. I'm first to act. I only have about a pot-sized bet left. I don't want to see anybody get their flush draw. I decide to go all in for roughly $300. Personally, I think that this is the best play. You're very polarizing. You're saying that you either have a huge hand or you have a flush draw. And to be honest, I would do this if I had, say, king, queen of diamonds, queen, jack of diamonds, something like that of that nature. Maybe something like a combo straight draw and flush draw. But anyways, let's see what the other players do. The first player thinks for a really long time. And honestly, I don't know if I'm rooting for a call or not, because he could be thinking with a better ace, like I said, if he has ace 10, ace jack even. It looks very suspicious of my bet, and he just has a bluff catcher at that point. So I don't know if I'm rooting for a call or a fold. He thinks for a long time and folds. And now the next player thinks for a long time, and same as the last player, I don't know if I want to call, I don't know if I want to fold.
Let's just see what they do. He thinks for a really long time and decides to fold as well. Both players want to see a river, and the river would have came a diamond. The first player goes, oh my god, I had a diamond flush draw. And the other player says, I just had second pair and I was just curious. So I wanted a call out of the second pair, but I did not want to call out of the flush draw. I mean, long term, yes, you want to call out of the flush draw, but you know, with my luck and how this crappy session's been going, of course the flush draw gets there. So I'm happy for the result, and that's going to be the end of the hands. Let's go to the outro. Thank you guys for watching.
I don't know what it is, but we cannot book 2 winning sessions in a row in such a long time. This was honestly the most card dead I think I've ever been in my entire life. Queen 2, Queen 6, Jack 3, Jack 2, 5, 8. I couldn't get a hand. I would raise Ace Queen. By the way, Ace Queen offsuit was the best hand I saw all night. Both times I raised it, somebody went all in or rejammed. I was opening up to 40 bucks, 50 bucks. One time there was a couple limps for $10. I opened up to $60 just to try to steal it. 3 people called. It was crazy. Honestly, happy to even just book a loss of $500. Had some fun at the table, so that's all right. Always good to get a good video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully next session will be better. I'm gonna play again tomorrow, another home game. Hopefully that one goes well. I got high hopes for that one. I'm very excited. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and subscribe if you're not, and thanks for watching.